Disclaimer: this video may contain content that might not be suitable for children. Parental guidance is advised. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to Disgaea 5 Part 2, Episode 2, whatever. Yeah. This is directly right after, so if you actually have any comments, you will be in the next episode, or maybe the one after that. I don't know how many times I will actually decide to record. It depends on my mood, I guess. So, last we left off, we were actually just finished recording a character, a healer called Candace, who's level 2.
Let's fix you up.
Okay, first things first, before we do anything, let's heal. Yeah. So, when you heal, you actually be able to see the amount of times you actually heal. There's 6 times. It's gonna be a while. 6 HP actually. Now, let's actually go to the special content shop. We actually have more characters we can actually create. First, let's get this weapon starter set. Which will get magic hand, magic knife, spear, bow, blah 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 blah. More weapons. Next, we can select Celestial Hostess. Now we can recruit a Celestial Hostesses from the recruiter, and then we can get the Kunoichi, and the Sorcerer. Is there anyone else? Nope. Oh, and we can get the Gift of Hell, which will give us 1 million hell, which we can use to recruit as many characters as we want. Since 1 million at this point of the game is a lot. So let's go talk to the recruiter. So we have 1 million health. Let's go spend them all. Well, no, not all of them. Okay, I'm gonna actually create a witch. I'm not gonna name her cheerleader. Instead, I'm gonna name her. I'm gonna name her. What to name her? I'm gonna call her. Wait, let's pick a random name first. Sophia, Jessica, Sakura, Willow, Gina. Yeah, none of these are good names. I know. I'll call her. She's a witch. I'm gonna call her. No, I got a better one. Medea. Yeah, Medea, you're the witch. Anybody who knows Greek mythology or enjoys the Fate series, well, there you go. Now, witches, they do more damage with intelligence, so I'm gonna actually dump all the stats on intelligence. Of course, I'm gonna pick genius. I mean, we have the cash for that. 20,000? Chump change. Okay, put it all on intelligence. Increase our stat to level to 2, and here's the element that the character was the witch will specialize in. Depending on which you pick, determines on which spells you will actually learn. So if you pick fire, you'll learn fire spells. Wind, you will learn wind spells. Ice, you will learn ice spells. And remember, in the previous episode, I mentioned star, which is the non-elemental. Witches can learn that, but that's only in the higher stages. And if I remember correctly, there's another class that can actually teach the ultimate form of star magic, but I can't for the life of me remember which this is. So we'll just pick fire. Now let's just pick voice. Okay. I prefer naive. Okay, now we can choose the color. I'm gonna pick this one, because it doesn't really matter what color I actually pick. Now that we have a mage, let's actually look at the other classes. We have this, the Celestial Hostess, an angel, which is not bad, all things considered. The Kunoichi, who is like the opposite of the Celestial Hostess, but if you actually notice, she has pretty decent movement speed, and she can jump pretty high. And finally, the the shaman, sorcerer. The class is sorcerer. What am I talking about? Now, unlike healers, who buffs, the sorcerers actually debuffs the enemies. So she's not good at the moment because you don't really need to debuff much early in the game. In fact, I rarely ever use debuff, so I won't actually be using the sorcerer's class that often for the moment. Of course, for the moment. Instead, we're just gonna create a Kunoichi Tessa. Nope. Last time when I actually made a Kunoichi during when I was playing on the PS4, he actually picked a random name and he actually has Nico. And the reason the funny thing is that name is a Love Life reference because when I actually look at her profile, she's wait, hold on. Crap, I forgot. Speed and attack. Okay, we're gonna actually go speed attack because in her profile, characters created characters have randomly generated profiles aside from the standard description, and it actually says it's the idol of everyone. So basically, she's actually an idol, a ninja idol.
Watch this! Ha! Ha! Ya! See ya! Say! See ya! Ha! Ha! Tia! Say! Ha! Ya! Tia! Tia! Ya! 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 Ya!
Why all this crap? I'm just gonna pick this.
Ya! Ha! Ya!
Great veteran, and I'm just gonna pick the standard one. Okay, what I was talking about was actually this. A Kunoichi that dances in the dark, dazes enemies with a light stats, and at the third line is actually randomly generated. So any created character will actually have that at random. Right now it has a ring finger section, but when I created a Kunoichi and I picked the random name Nico, it says is everyone's idol, which is hilarious and fitting because she was called Nico. And this is Kilia, and this is Seraphina. You can see this overload here. You don't have to worry about that now. But overloads are special abilities that only overlords can have, and only certain characters have overloads. You can actually gain overloads for created characters later post game. You can only do that post game. For now, only remember that overlords are only for overlord characters, which means Kilia, no matter how much you train him, he's not gonna get that overload. And you can only use overload if that revenge bar. You can actually see the revenge bar if it fills up to max. And then there's evil teas. What's evil teas? Evil teas are special abilities that's unique to a character. Even specially created characters have their own abilities, but is stuck to the class. And then there's the common abilities. Common abilities are gained from the ability shop, and it's not unlocked right now, but this is the ability shop, the skip from the skill shop, which we can't get right now, so no need worry. Now, you remember, I actually got a pick items from the DLC shop. So we got a magic hand. Magic hand is stronger than what Kilia had. As you can see, the new stats at the right is plus 15 for both his attack and speed. So we equip that. Same for Seraphina, the customized replica. So we equip her with that. And finally, monster. Excuse me. If you actually use paw gloves, crit pincer is a lot higher. So, but excuse me. yeah, I just equipped that to the Prinny. Unfortunately, I only have one. Okay, monster weapons are unique. I just realized I never actually explained these weapons aside from bows, fists, and guns. So I'll explain it now. Now, these are monster weapons. Monster weapons have a red type and a blue type. Red types are attack type monster weapons. Blue monster weapons are magic type, so they're more fitting for magic. As you can see, the stats increases the Prinny's intelligence and resistance, rather than as opposed to the red one. So depending on the monsters, because they're like other created characters, monsters have their own unique stats. Prinnies are more geared towards attacks, so equip the red attack types. Of course, you can. There's no stopping you in equipping a magic type monster weapon, magic type, because it's Disgaea. You can actually do whatever you want. Bows. Okay. Now here's the thing. Candace is a healer, which means that she's better off with a staff. But she's also decent with a bow. But you're better off equipping her with a staff. But I don't want to equip her with a staff because I'm going to give the magician stick to my healer. Of course, I could also equip her with an axe. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll just give her a spear. Because where else am I going to actually use the spear? Now, the spear is a ranged weapon that actually attacked by 2. Is an attack. The damage is calculated by attack, and I think defense, a bit of defense, but it's not that important. You just have to focus on attack. So swords and spears, attack stats, those are the most important for them. And I can give it to Candace because she has a C rank in weapon mastery for spears. I'll explain that one later. So next is Nico. Nico, I'm gonna give her the sword. I'm gonna give her the kitchen knife. And now we have equipped everyone with weapon. Now I'm gonna go to the weapon shop, and I'm gonna buy a couple of glasses and a boatload 10 and 3 of these. Oh, customer went up. Basically what this does is just supposed to increase the selections or make them cheaper. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper now. I'm gonna have to check the footage because I wasn't really paying much attention. It was 200 before, right? So I mentioned before in the previous episode, slippers. They increase the amount of movement. It also increases the jump height, and it also increases speed. For someone like Hylia, that is useful. So I'm gonna, but power is also useful. So I'm gonna equip him with 1 slipper and 1 power belt. Shoe type weapons, pretty useful. I also equip that to Seraphina, and glasses. Glasses increases hit, so they're useful when useful for gunners because, well, increases hit. And I'm just gonna give the Prinny the power belt, and you also gets the power belt. Me gets the slippers and the glasses. I also increase the amount for these two, but Nico gets all the slippers because Ninja, she has them very fast. So yeah, you notice that there's a sub weapon. That means a character can equip 2 weapons at once, but you still have to switch them around. So if the main weapon for Seraphina is the gun, then she would be equipped, like, let's say the driftwood bow. She won't she won't be using she'll have to switch it in order to use the bow, as opposed to she has to switch it to use the bow, and the gun becomes becomes the sub weapon, and vice versa. You can actually change the sub weapons in battle so long as you go to the status screen, so it doesn't really matter. Excuse me. Next, I'm gonna keep explaining because it's best to get everything out of the way. Now this is the status screen, and holy crap! Yes, I say crap. There's a lot of things. Now I've already mentioned the stats, and I've just mentioned the equipment. Next, I have to mention the other stuff. Now I already mentioned the revenge gauge, so let's just start from all the way at the bottom. And that's mana. Mana is something you actually spend to use to actually for other things, like proposing bills at the Dark Assembly or going to the character world. But we don't have to worry about that right now. All you just have to know that you gain mana by defeating enemies. You can also gain mana from defeating your allies, but you won't get as much, so don't bother. Okay, next is the weapon mastery. All the way to the right, you can actually see a bar that says weapon mastery. Achillea has A for his fists and swords, B for his spear, C for his bow and guns and staff, and defense and the shield. While having well, yeah, that's it. The B for axe and spears. Now, what weapon mastery is depending on rank, is how fast they can learn to use a certain weapon. So since Achillea has A rank for a fist and sword, that means if you were to use those, he will learn how to use a sword and fist faster than the rest of the weapons. So he's going to learn faster than the B rank spear. And the B rank spear is definitely going to be faster than the C rank bow, gun, and staff. So to increase weapon mastery, obviously, is to use them. So you keep attacking enemies, or your allies, or whatever. So long as you keep using them, it will increase. And when you increase, you will learn specials. As you can see here, Achillea has none right now. But the more you learn to use it, the more you actually, the more specials you will learn. There's actually a certain number you can actually learn for whatever weapon, because that's you can learn all the weapon specials. So don't worry about it too much. You just have to know that the higher the weapon mastery, the more damage you also dish out. So if, say, Achillea has level 1 in fist, he will deal more damage with the fist. As for the shield, you notice that the shield also has rank. That is dependent on how much damage a character can take. So the higher the shield is, the less damage Achillea will take. This affects both defense and resistance. Of course, this is only for if you equip armor. As you can see, I've actually equipped Achillea a bunch of armor, so there isn't actually much to worry about. So yeah. Seraphina is also the same, everybody else. Now you also notice that the monster weapons are blanked out. That's because only monsters can equip monster weapons. And humanoid characters can equip the others. So monsters also have a rank. This is something that a lot of people have been hoping, because the previous Disgaea games that actually have weapon mastery, monsters don't have their own mastery levels, so they aren't as good as the humanoids. But now that they do, we can actually now keep up. Finally, there's aptitude. You notice the small little bar in the center of the menu. Yeah, that's your stat growth. So Achillea has 110% in HP, 125% in attack, 110% in defense. That means he will gain more stats in those areas. likewise, because his SP is at 95 and his hit is at 90, he's going to suffer from those are lower stat growth, so he's not going to gain as much stats in those areas. Something you don't really have to worry at the moment, because just know that Killia his stats is more offense oriented, more physical offense oriented. Likewise, Seraphina, her stats are more balanced, but they're more geared to using guns. Killia is using fists, Seraphina is using guns. Prinnies are shit, because they're Prinnies. So yeah. Maids, on the other hand, as you can see, her resistance and hit are 5% higher than average. So that means that she's decent. She's good with the bow, with the guns, and she can also use heal. She's decent with healing magic. Likewise, healers, they have high resistance. They have decent hit. So that means they are good with bows, and it's better to, or you can increase them with staff so they can heal better. And mage, and so on and so forth. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, weapon mastery, the lowest you can go is E. So don't worry, there will never be an F. And the highest you can go is S. So you can actually have a character that, this isn't mentioned in the recruiter, but created characters, they have ranks that for their class. So the higher they are, the better their weapon mastery is. So you don't have to worry right now when you actually create characters, because yes, their weapon mastery is shit, but eventually they're going to get better. Okay, next, evilties. I already mentioned this before, but each character has their own unique evilty. Killia has a War Demon, which increases his stats by 2% every time he attacks. If I remember correctly, it refreshes after turn, so be careful. Seraphina has Queen's Temper, which increases the amount of damage dealt to male units by 50%, so damage should do more damage to male units. And then Prinnies, while you throw them, they will explode. This is pretty standard. Then the rest, there isn't a need to actually go over them right now. That's just the basis, and I've talked about this for over 20 minutes! Holy crap! Okay, and this is the items, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's actually get to the meat of the game. I have talked for a long time.
Where would you like to go, dude?
I'm sorry if I'm actually boring you, but to people who are new to Disgaea 5, they might want to actually, and are watching this last play, they might want to actually hear that. So yeah. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I've talked for a while.
I was getting tired of waiting, you lost bastards!
Lost? No, we're...
So, have you come to take the head of me, the Overlord of Bloodport, Logan?
It's Logan, people.
You overwhelmed me with numbers in the previous battle, but it's not gonna be that easy for you this time.
I seriously wonder how he actually mistake us for the loss, because, you know, we're not generic characters.
Even though I've gotten long in the tooth and I'm wounded all over, I was once the feared throwing Overlord, and I'm still sharp.
Whatever
Lift
you
and
say.
throw! Lift and throw! Lift and then throw!
Whatever you say, Logan.
Well, how is that? I've reached my limit, brother.
All you did is just throw them in random directions. You're not actually doing much.
He's out of breath before the battle even starts.
Looks like this is all a big misunderstanding, but I doubt he's gonna let us leave without a fight.
Nope.
Oh, Sir Killia, you're eating again? Acting so casual before fighting an overlord. Now that is my Sir Killia for you.
He's just eating rice.
This is a great opportunity. I'll teach you all about lifting and throwing.
Not him. Me. I'm the one who's gonna teach you about lifting and throwing. Blah blah blah. But once the camper lifting with them, you don't have a future. Don't worry, monsters have their own specialties. Oh god, he's gonna actually gonna. Okay, ignore that. Okay,
Let's go!
now lifting and throwing. This is kind of vital for this mission. So humanoid characters can lift and throw.
It's my
I've mentioned the throw stats, which is the hand icon. Hylia has 5 throw panels. Has 5 on his 5 throw panels. So you click select lift,
Let's go!
select Seraphina, and then select Hylia again and select throw. This means Hylia can actually throw 5 panels away from him in however you want. So I'm just gonna throw Seraphina here, and that's it. Now Prinnies,
Yeah, dude.
because they have an ability called Explosive Body, where they explode when thrown, dealing damage, blah blah blah, which will deal damage to whoever is around them. They are a good candidates for throwing, so don't throw a Prinny unless it's the enemy's Prinny. However, you can still use them to throw your units. So I'm gonna do this. Actually, no. I'm going to put Medea up the task. Now, this is magic change, but you have to change this to Mon Toss, which is a monster toss for short. And we're going to do it on Medea, and look at that.
Yeah, dude.
Don't worry, she's not actually hurt. And that's lifting and throwing. Pretty simple. You can also
See ya.
do the same for random items on the battlefield. So long as you can actually hover them and says block part, cactus, etc, etc, you can actually lift them. However,
See ya.
when lifting items that actually are stacked on top of one another, you actually have to select them.
See ya.
Of course, there's no limit to that. But if a character is on top of an item, you can only lift that character, and you have a height limit on how you actually lift. You have a height limit on where you can throw a character and where you can lift a character. So let's say if I were to move here, I won't be able to lift Seraphina at all. And there's actually a limit to how high you can throw. So you definitely won't be able to throw to this direction. I have no idea how it's calculated, but know that after a certain height, you won't be able to throw anyone. Now, there's another thing to actually know. When you lift a character, you can actually initiate. Hold on. I do want a bonus. You can actually initiate a throw combo attack. And Seraphina level up. Great. So, a throw combo attack. What this does is that a character, what this does is the damage between two characters. Again, it's like combo attacks. I suck at explaining. Throw attacks are like combo attacks. That means you deal more damage, and with the bonus of having more than one character gain EXP. So if you actually keep stacking, the maximum you can stack is how many characters you can actually, take out. And you'll be able to deal more damage that way, which is good. Also, you can lift enemy characters, but if you actually keep lifting them, they'll do damage to your unit over time. So be careful. Okay, now I'm just gonna move this here and turn.
What is it? What is it?
What you just saw
You're my
is
servant.
a special. Logan has Triple Strike, which is a fist type skill. And he has S rank in fist. Oh, lucky bastard. Anyway, yeah. So, Logan has a special called Triple Strike. So what that means is that so long as he's equipped with a fist weapon, he will be able to use that special. Specials do more damage than regular attacks, so if you could, use your special. Early on, you're not gonna actually get that many specials, but over time, you're gonna have more. And this is Logan's ability. If you actually want to see them, not really that useful. Now, you can see this chest here. You can't just walk over to your chest and then, unlock it. You have to attack the chest, which will net you the item that's in the chest. Another thing about lifting and throwing, you cannot move when carrying a character. So you can only move after you lift them. So remember that. And now to showcase the mage.
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys, you can see Seraphina has learned I forgot the name. Triple hit, whatever. She has learned the gun skill. And then here's the medal and award. Looks like your weapon mastery level increased. Your weapon mastery experience for using weapons or taking damage when blah 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 blah. I already explained this. Also, I'm sure you noticed, but as you can see, Logan, when he used Triple Strike, he gained EXP. You gain EXP for every time you use an attack. So obviously, because she just learned it, Seraphina's Tri-Burst is still level 1 and has 0 experience. But as long as you continue using it, you're gonna actually gain it. Okay, we're just gonna turn right here because I don't really, I'm not gonna actually move much.
What is it? See ya.
And you notice that Logan is missing a lot because Seraphina's speed is at 40. His hit is at 12. He's not gonna actually hurt. He's not gonna be able to hit Seraphina at all. Okay, move here. Special attack. Fire. As you can see, just by attacking the box earlier, Medea has gained. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot my character's name. Medea has gained EXP for fire magic. You can also attack your allies. I don't recommend it. I'm not going to do so.
Yeah.
This is unexpected.
Skill level went up. Now, using your skills, you will gain experience points with them. You can get enough experience points, your skills will level up. When your skill level increases, the XP cost to use them will decrease. Even if skill costs a lot of SP to use, can increase its level to lower the SP cost. Use skills aggressively to try to level them.
Yeah.
And done.
See ya.
And that's it. This is just to get rid of all the basics. The next couple of episodes are going to be the same.
Something, brother. This ain't over.
I think we will only be able to get out of tutorial land by episode 3. I don't mean the Let's Play. I mean episode 3 in Disgaea, in Disgaea 5. Of course, I've already explained most of the things, so it probably will have to move more smoothly.
The Lost have taken everything from me, but I still have my pride as an overlord, dude.
It's dude with 2 O's, not dude.
I, Logan, the throwing overlord, shall exact my revenge against you someday, dude. You better believe it, brother.
Yeah, like I said, it's dude. Come on, you gotta know the lore. Is that obnoxious enough? I think I've actually fulfilled the obnoxious quota. In fact, I think
He was just one more victim of the Lost.
In fact, I think I overclocked the obnoxious quota, so I'm gonna stop that now.
That concludes the basics of battle.
Yeah, that concludes the basics of the battle. I've explained a lot.
You did well for your first time. You should be just fine without me. Alright, looks like this is goodbye.
Bye.
No, you are mine, Sir Kilia. Wherever you go, even if you go to the ends of Celestia, I shall follow you.
How do you figure?
Your objective is to defeat Demon Emperor Void Dark, correct? My objective is to erase Void Dark and rupture the marriage of convenience that my father decided upon on his own. Which means we are both in the same boat. We both seek to defeat Void Dark. No, it's more like we're husband and wife.
That's a
How
stretch.
did you jump to that conclusion?
Yeah, that's quite a stretch.
Well, maybe not husband and wife, but we do share the same objective. So don't you think it'd be more efficient to work together?
I can't see how working with someone who has no fighting experience would be efficient.
I will make sure I never drag you down. So please, Sir Kilia, let me stay by your side.
What you're saying and what you're doing are pretty contradictory, don't you think?
Let me stay by your side. I'll kill you.
Well, that's because I'm a demon.
She has a point. Kilia, we can use this quest shop, dude. You can now use the quest shop, dude. The quest shop is now open. There are already a lot of quests from many different netherworlds. Does anyone want to handle these? Anyone? Please? Oh man, it looks so busy, dude. Kilia, you need to hurry up and help them. Aren't you guys going to help? No, it's better to leave these jobs to skillful people like you. I mean, we're priests, dude. Ah, look at this quest, dude. Discover Kilia's weaknesses. The reward is 1 million sardines. I'll do it, dude. Leave it to us. Kilia, you can now use the quest form, dude. So this is the quest shop. Are you getting a separate quest? Glad. Everyone seems to be posting requests, but no one's accepting them. That is going to help us. If you complete requests, you'll get nice rewards. Please complete a lot of them. So basically, yeah, these are side quests. They're not the typical side quests. This is just basically you just do one thing and it's done. But ultimately, what the main reason of doing this is to get these. Excuse me. This is to actually unlock recruitable characters. Recruitable class, not recruitable characters. Well, they're basically the same thing. So first I'm going to actually do this because this is pretty simple, 500, easy 500, and this allows us to recruit a thief, archer, gunner, and an armor knight and magic knight. But I'm not gonna do that just yet. You can actually get these later on, but for now, there's no need to. Sorry about that. I got a sniffles. I still have the sniffles because this is directly after the first episode. Okay, heal and let's talk. Sir Killer, you don't know anything. You couldn't ask for more than to be allowed to be by the side of the wealthiest and most beautiful woman in the universe. Why am I getting yelled at? I suppose I must show you just how fortunate you are, Sir Kilia. Prenny! Did you call for me, Madam Serafina, dude? Aren't you happy that you became my servant? Of course! Every day is simply a repetition of regrets, dude. Next! What's up, dude? Answer truthfully. Aren't you happy to be serving me? That's a funny joke, dude. Next! And so, one after another, the breeze became flowers scattered across the battlefield. And they lived happily ever after. The end. About that battle. Oh, is something bothering you? Is that really your first fight ever? Of course, it's true. I make the preemies carry anything that's heavier than a cake. Taking that into consideration, you handled those pistols pretty well. Whatever. With upcoming battles, you should gain experience so that you can protect yourself. Oh! There's no need to worry. I've already got that covered. I've already reached master level when it comes to combat. What kind of joke is that? Madam Seraphina, take this, dude! Too easy. Rah, dude! What do you think, Sir Killia? How's my progress? Let's leave your progress aside for now. That pretty looks to be unconscious. Worry not. I hit him with the back of my sword. Hit him with the back of my sword. With a gun. That's master level in his own way. And that's it. Now I'm not gonna bother unlocking those classes right now because there's no point. We're nowhere near it. Now, what is this rank 2 or better is well, basically this. Right now, these are rank 1s. You actually saw the stars at the recruiter.
Thanks!
At the recruiter here. You need to level up the created characters to up to a certain level before you can actually gain before they actually gain a star. However, there's actually an easy way to do that, which I will do later. But for now, let's complete that one quest, which is in Blood Parch. Let's just go to the dry wasteland, and we can actually fight.
Let's go!
This. Now, since this is a tutorial, now you can replay levels in Disgaea. Obviously, if you actually played Disgaea before, you will actually know this.
It's my turn.
But for newcomers, you can actually replay levels, and the enemies will change.
I will.
But you can actually replay the original stages,
Dude, no!
which I will show you after this, because I need to actually finish this quest. Okay, why didn't he actually counterattack? This is weird. Oh wait, it's because it missed. Yes, counterattacks will only occur if an attack hits. Since that pretty missed, no counterattack will occur because it's considered well, the Preenie didn't attack him at all.
No! Dude!
Okay, that.
You okay?
So yeah, if the enemy attacks you, then you will actually do a counterattack. Alright, you can't do it right now, but you can play the original stages in post game. Right now you can't. So that's about it. Okay, since we completed the quest, you can just go to the quest mirror and view and conclude it. And done. And that's it. Alright, we'll continue this in... Okay, we'll do the next stage in the next episode. For now, we're gonna end it here because, well, this... because I've actually explained a lot of stuff in this episode. I'm sorry, but it is necessary for people to actually understand it. And I'm pretty sure the next episode we won't have much explanations because I've actually explained a large majority of the things. So the only thing left to explain are geo panels, item worlds, and dark exam. Oh, and skill shop. And that would be it. The other stuff that would require explaining would be much later in the game, so don't worry. So for now, yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Also, in case anyone is wondering about, you know, the extra characters, the DLC characters, I will do that. Do not worry, I will do those. And I won't do it in post game or anything. You know, that would be stupid. Because, you know, these guys, they're there. Why would I not take advantage of them? This is this guy. You got somebody to break the game in half, grind into the dust, and then dance over his grave. But I will dedicate that those DLC characters after the episode 2. Yes, after episode 2. That means chapter 2 in Disgaea 5. So for now, we'll end this here. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and push that like button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, dudes. Bye.